Getting you ready for game time. Join me, Sal from Behind the Arc Basketball, as I announce play-by-play. Make sure to smash the like and subscribe, because now we're about to go live. Entering the pregame, we now present Sal from Behind the Arc Basketball.
And what's good, everyone? Glad to have you guys in the stream. Welcome back in tonight for this one. Going to be a great matchup in store. Big 12 battle. The Kansas Jayhawks ranked at number 3 right now in the nation, taking on the Texas Tech Red Raiders for this matchup. I'll be covering play-by-play tonight on Behind the Arc Basketball. If you guys are new in the stream, make sure to hit the thumbs up, smash the like, hit the subscribe here on the channel. And what a matchup we have in store. United Supermarkets Arena out of Lubbock, Texas for this matchup. Texas Tech, they won 29 straight games to their home floor. That is number 2 in the nation for most home victories, behind Gonzaga for the longest home active winning streak. Kansas up to number 3 this week in the rankings, 12-1 record. Winners of the past 6 straight matchups. Got to cover the Kansas game against Oklahoma State on Saturday. That was unbelievable. They were down by 15 at halftime, came back and won against Oklahoma State. And man, the Big 12, just phenomenal start to the entire season for the Big 12, what they've done as a conference so far. All 10 teams in the Big 12 ranked inside the top 45 in the net rankings. And 6 games so far played in Big 12 action. 5 of the 6 games decided by 7 points or fewer. And I think we could very well have a close matchup tonight. Kansas, just a 1-point favorite on the line for this matchup. Over under set at 141 as we're going to tip off in a couple moments from now. Make sure to vote in that poll. Who do you guys got in this one tonight? Kansas or Texas Tech? Should be a tremendous battle. Fahad, Andrew, welcome to the stream. Yeah, crazy. I cannot believe that Purdue lost last night. And, yep. I created the graphic up in the top corner. Before we start the stream, sending from the channel here. Sending prayers out to Damar Hamlin. Just terrible sight to see yesterday in the Bills-Bengals game. And hopefully that young man can have a speedy and full recovery for him. Just terrible news from yesterday. And sending my full thoughts and prayers, and my thoughts are right with Damar Hamlin. Texas Tech still looking for that signature victory entering this matchup, as they've yet to have one so far this season. They've only got 2 major conference victories. Both of them came against Louisville and Georgetown. They had opportunities to pull out bigger victories, but losses against Creighton, Ohio State, TCU. They were up against TCU on Saturday, but they came back and TCU came back and won against Texas Tech. That was a road game against TCU where Texas Tech led most of that game. Jesse, welcome to stream. Yeah, that was shocking there. Louisville came in 9-point underdog against Syracuse. And right now, Syracuse and Louisville going down to the final seconds, where Syracuse is up by 3 on the road at Louisville. So we'll keep you guys posted. Scoreboard action throughout college basketball throughout the course of the day. Also, Kentucky taking on LSU around this hour right now. At halftime, Kentucky leads 42-38. Hey, thanks so much for the update there, Andrew. That's promising signs there. So he puts Damar Hamlin breathing 50% on his own now. That's a really promising sign for that young man, according to his uncle. 50% on oxygen. He was 100% on oxygen earlier today, so making steps up forward, progressing, man. That's a great sign right there. From what I've heard from his marketing representative and from his family, they say that Damar Hamlin, an absolute fighter, and wishing that man the best of luck to win the battle. My prayers right with him. Jalen Wilson, top scorer in the Big 12 for the Kansas Jayhawks, scored 20 points in the last game in the come-from-behind victory against Oklahoma State, 69-67 on Saturday. What a game that was. Bryce Thompson and John Michael Wright, they combined for 17 points, each of them in the first half for Oklahoma State. They made 13 threes as a team in the Big 12 opener on Saturday. KJ Adams was efficient from the floor, perfect 6 for 6 for Kansas. DeJuan Harris tallying 9 assists for the Jayhawks. They have some strong victories this season, including crushing Missouri 95-67 in late December, wins over Duke, Indiana, and Wisconsin, also Seton Hall and NC State. A lone loss came against Tennessee, which Tennessee destroyed Mississippi State today in the 7 o'clock matchup. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. We're going to get rolling here a couple moments from now, covering play-by-play of what should be a great matchup in store. Big 12 conference play, second game of the season for conference play for these two teams. Kansas taking on Texas Tech. Texas Tech right outside the top 25. They're not receiving votes this week in the AP poll. They were last week, but with a loss against TCU, they had a chance to enter the top 25. Then they lost against TCU, and then they got bounced out of the receiving votes column. So a chance to get back into the receiving votes column for Texas Tech. And they would have been in the top 25 if they had held on to that lead against TCU. They would have been in the top 25 come Monday, but they blew the lead. TCU came back and won on Monday, but history on the side here for Texas Tech, that they've won 29 straight games at home. The thing is, you can never count out Kansas. What they prove always and always, what the Jayhawks do. Last year, national championship game came from 18 down against UNC and won. They also made a comeback against Miami in the Elite Eight, came back and won. They were down by 15 at halftime on Saturday against Oklahoma State, came back and won. So you can never count out Kansas. This team just so strong, adjusting. They get better and better throughout the course of the game. We're going to tip off in a couple moments from now. Quick scoreboard update. College basketball games going on at the moment. Kentucky up over LSU at halftime, 42-38. Kansas State, I don't know how in the world they were not ranked inside the top 25 this week. They're 12-1. There's 4 teams in the Big 12 with a record of 12-1. K-State was not ranked, but right now K-State with a chance to do so, trying to make another statement on the road at number 6 Texas tonight. K-State leading 7-3 in the early going. Games that's gone final from earlier today. Syracuse has just won by 1 point on the road against Louisville. Crushing defeat for the Cards. Another 1-point loss that they have this season. 70-69. Multiple 1-point losses for the Cards this year. Tennessee destroys Mississippi State 87-53. Mississippi State not in the top 25 this week. They were last week. And man, Tennessee looking like a strong team right now inside the top 10. Ranked at number 8. Michigan State victory over Nebraska earlier today, 74-58. So we're going to tip off in just a moment. Have about 20 people watching. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. I cover basketball action here on the channel, play-by-play, college hoops, NBA games as well. Hit us up in the chat as well. Who do you guys got in this one today? Kansas or Texas Tech? Yeah, that's a big game inside the top 25. Baylor coming off the loss against Iowa State. That's the only game that has been close in conference play. All the other games decided by 7 points or less. And TCU doing a really good job. They are rolling right now. This game is at Texas Tech. Texas Tech going up against Kansas as the ball off the tip-off gets deflected out of bounds. It will be Kansas basketball to start things off. 3 seconds in. Right to left in the floor for Kansas. They go in the blue uniforms tonight. White numbers, white letters, red outline for this matchup. Texas Tech, white Uniforms, red numbers. Red letters, black outline. Juwan Harris, Grady Dick, Kevin McCullough, Jalen Wilson, KJ Adams, the starting five for Kansas. Turnaround jumper baseline missed off the mark by the Jayhawks by number 15, Kevin McCullough, making his return back to Texas Tech. Wild shot floated up by the Red Raiders out of transition. That's Davion Harmon, the transfer from Oklahoma and Oregon, draws a quick Kansas foul, and the clock stops in 19:39. Alex, welcome to the stream. Thanks so much, man, for joining in. Texas Tech starting five tonight: Pop Isaacs, Davion Harmon, Jalen Tyson, Kevin O'Banner, and Daniel Bacho. First free throw, that's good to start things off for Texas Tech. Hey, best of luck there to Jesse, taking TCU tomorrow, +5 in the line. Second free throw is good by Harmon. Kansas, second possession of the game, top of the key, Grady Dick. Moves it out to his left to Jalen Wilson. On the top, Dick double-teamed off to Adams. Moves it around the perimeter, McCullough. Extra pass, corner three. Juwan Harris, he drills it in the right corner. Juwan Harris, not known as the main scorer in the team, but starts things off with a three ball at the right corner for Kansas. Texas Tech with the ball, 19:15 left to go in the first. Second possession for the Red Raiders. Top of the key, O'Banner. The transfer from Oral Roberts had a big season last year in his first year for Texas Tech. Daniel Bacho moves it out to his right over to Davion Harmon. Dribble, drive down the lane. KJ Adams comes out with a block. Here goes Kansas. Past the timeline for the Jayhawks. Wilson moves it over to the mid-block. Turnaround jumper. Adams gets the bounce. It's good for two. KJ Adams, man, doing everything right there on that last possession. The block and then the turnaround jumper off the pass inside the key. 5-2 Kansas. Deep range three. Texas Tech, they dial it up and drill it. That's number 2. Pop Isaacs, the 4-star freshman from the outside. He's having a solid season, averaging 10 points per game as a freshman. 18.5 left to go in the first. Corner three. Wilson, top scorer in the conference, missed it off the mark. Defensive rebound pulled down by O'Banner. Wow, that's shocking, man. Yeah, Celtics have been struggling lately. And that's against OKC. Yeah, they've been having a tough time lately. Jab step three, straight away. Missed off the back rim by O'Banner. And a defensive rebound hauled in by Jalen Wilson. Kansas going to look to slow it down. 2 minutes through so far. Out to Dick. Cannot leave him that wide open. Took the three. Missed off the back rim, though. Lucky for Texas Tech. Able to come up with a rebound. Grady Dick left open for a moment at the wing, the perimeter. Really good sharpshooter, the 5-star freshman, attacking inside the paint behind a defense. Jalen Tyson scores up and in off the backboard with a left-handed layup. Both of these teams fast up the floor so far in this game right now. And here's a steal. Texas Tech comes out with a steal near side of the floor. Davion Harmon, ball poked loose by McCullough, out of bounds. It will stay. Red Raiders ball. Bradley, welcome in, man. Sorry to hear about your cards there. Man, devastating 1-point loss once again. So Syracuse up by 1, 8 seconds left to go. Hurried up the floor. Louisville stole it and then lost control of it. Yikes. The time expires. Woof. It's a tough way to lose the game. Texas Tech on the outside. Deep range three. Pop Isaacs takes it. He drills it. What a start here for the Red Raiders, looking to put together their first signature victory of the season. Best wins coming against Georgetown and Louisville, but trying to take it to a whole nother level, looking for win number 30 straight on their home floor. Kansas gets it back, though. Adams couldn't finish, missed the layup, and Texas Tech comes out with a defensive rebound. Are you kidding me? Wide open layup, and KJ Adams missed it. Here's a three at the wing. Isaacs missed off the rim, the putback. Oh, it's good. Count it in the foul. Kevin O'Banner up and in off the backboard. Red Raiders by 7. What a start here, bringing the energy for Texas Tech in this game. Crashing the glass in the last possession. Pop Isaacs using his ability to go full Steph Curry range in the first 3.5 minutes tonight. O'Banner with a big follow. Kevin McCullough just picked up his second personal foul. He's now playing for Kansas. In his reunion game basically here, going up against his former team Texas Tech for the Red Raider transfer now in the Jayhawks. Free throw is good. 3-point play complete for Texas Tech. Vaughn, welcome in. 40 plus in the stream right now. If you guys are new watching, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Texas Tech, number 2 team in the nation in longest home active winning streaks with 29 straight home wins. That is behind Gonzaga with over 70. Hit us up in the chat. Who you guys got in this one tonight, Kansas or Texas Tech? Another slow start for the Jayhawks. Skip pass left corner, Juwan Harris. Out of bounds, though, in the corner, tried to save it. That pass a little bit too tall, forced Harris with his back heel as it went on the bounce. It's a turnover by Kansas. Vinny, welcome in. 16:27 left to go in the first. You cannot have a better start than this right now. What Mark Adams' squad has done straight out of the gate for Texas Tech, 13-5. Red Raiders with the ball. They move it on top. O'Banner, up fake, dribbles up to the free throw circle, takes the jumper over Wilson, missed off the back rim. Jalen Wilson with a defensive rebound, looking to push it here for Kansas. Into the hands of Harris, moves it on top. Dick takes the three straight away. Missed off the rim, short defensive rebound, pulled down the far side by the Red Raiders. Number 1, Lamar Washington into the game for the first time today, into the key jumper. Missed towards the left of the rim, out of bounds. Last touch by the Red Raiders. It's a missed shot by Daniel Bacho. It will go right back to Kansas. We're going to take the first media break of the game right now. Media timeout on the floor, 13-5. Texas Tech up against Kansas right now. What a start for the Red Raiders. Jeez, that's scary, Vaughn. Stay safe there, man. That's really scary. Kansas State right now looking really good. 12-3 up over Texas for K-State. I don't know how in the world they were not ranked on Monday. K-State, LSU, and Providence. Those 3 teams, how in the world were they not ranked inside the top 25? Alabama tied up against Ole Miss right now, 5-5. Wisconsin taking on Minnesota. Kentucky up over LSU, 51-46 currently. Creighton doubling Seton Hall, 28-14. It's only play-by-play that I can do. I cannot show the actual game due to copyright, play-by-play only on the channel. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. I cover play-by-play action of basketball games here, college hoops, NBA games in the stream. Hit us up in the chat who you guys are rooting for in this game tonight, Kansas or Texas Tech. If you placed any wagers of this one, hit us up with what you guys took for this game today. Not many games going out in the NBA tonight, but yeah, I'm stunned that the Celtics allowing 74 to the Thunder in the first half. OKC up over Boston 74-54. Bucks leading at halftime against the Wizards currently 61-49 as the Kings taking on the Jazz. That one just started 7-5. Sacramento leads. So only 3 games currently in the NBA tonight. Kind of like a smaller slate for basketball, more so college basketball that they got games going on. Yeah, I'm a Providence fan if you guys didn't know. I'm actually from Massachusetts. I'm a big Celtics, Patriots, Red Sox, Bruins fan. The college team that I follow is Providence. I'm like 20 minutes east of Providence, where I'm from. Hey, best of luck there, Vaughn. I saw that today in the Discord. Veronica, welcome in. Definitely gets it closer to MJ if LeBron's able to win another ring. So yeah, it does heat up. It would send LeBron closer to MJ. Pop Isaac, 6 points, making 2 threes. Both of them from deep range so far for Texas Tech, as he's been the key of this game so far for the Red Raiders coming back from the timeouts. They had a great putback basket with Kevin O'Banner that he completed a 3-point play. This is a team that really struggled in 2 keys in their loss against TCU on Saturday. Number 1, turnovers, with 23 total turnovers against TCU on Saturday. Number 2 free throws, where they only made 50% of their free throws against TCU. They could have used as many of their free throws as much as possible because they led throughout the majority of that game against TCU, but couldn't complete it at the end as TCU came back and won. We come back from the timeout, 13-5 to score. Kansas has been held scoreless for the last 3 minutes plus. Jayhawks with the ball now. Bobby Pettiford, first time into the game. They move it over to Harris, swings it over to Wilson, floats up the runner into the key. That's good. 2 points right there by Jalen Wilson. Wilson, an absolute bucket this season, one of the top players in college basketball, coming off a 20-point performance against Oklahoma State. He's currently the top scorer in the Big 12, averaging around 21. Top of the key, O'Banner, leading the way with just under 16 points per game for Texas Tech this season. Off to Davion Harmon at the top. Harmon moves it over to the wing. A lob pass down low. Bacho double team. Dump off. Watch out. Two-handed flush right there off the cut. That's Jalen Tyson. Soared up and throwing it down with a bucket. 15-7. 5 minutes through action. 15 minutes left to go in the first. Kansas with a possession. Down by 8. Grady Dick passes. Down at the low block. Adams puts it up. It's going to be an offensive foul. Fouls start to pile up early on for Kansas. KJ Adams runs right over Kevin O'Banner, takes the charge, and the key. The basketball goes back to Texas Tech. Yeah, that was incredible last night. The GOAT there for Bradley, Spida Mitchell, Donovan Mitchell dropping 71. Man, incredible. Vegas, welcome back in, bud. Yeah, crazy, man. That usually by this time, we usually have like more undefeated teams, like 5 or 6 teams left, but right now there's only one, New Mexico. New Mexico almost lost against Wyoming on Saturday. They won by 1. Ronaldo, welcome in from Brownfield, Texas. Thanks so much for joining in. Veronica, thanks so much for hitting the thumbs up. 4 personal fouls in the early going right now for Kansas. 2 of those by Kevin McCullough. 1 each now by KJ Adams and Dwan Harris. Texas Tech with a possession. 14:45 remaining in the first. Red Raiders with the ball with Davion Harmon. Bounce pass, top of the key, Daniel Bacho. Looking to move it out to his left. He hands it off to his teammate. Jalen Tyson swings it over to Bacho. Back into the hands to Tyson. Has it at the right baseline. 6 in the shot clock. Fall away. Deep jumper. Not even close. Tough shot there. Went off the side of the backboard. A rebound to Kansas. Fast break. Pettiford off to Dick. Missed the layup. No good. And the rebound back to Texas Tech, but they give it away. Kansas gets it back. Kick out. Corner 3. Open. Pettiford. Missed off the mark. Tipped right back over to Texas Tech for the defensive rebound. Inside the key, both of these teams are looking to push it so far. Up fake, Pop Isaacs takes it inside the lane. He gets blocked, as that is Zuby Ejiofor who comes out with a block for Kansas. Dick drives baseline, pass to the corner, deflected out of bounds. Last touch by the Red Raiders. It's been a fast-paced game so far. Usually, that's not what we're used to. Historically, seeing Texas Tech teams, Texas Tech carried by their defense. Right now, 15-7 to score. Both of these teams liking to take the basketball inside. That's the key that Texas Tech's done really well so far. Top 15 in the nation in 2-point shooting percentage. Victoria, welcome back in. Thanks so much for joining in. Kansas sloppy with the basketball last game that they covered against Oklahoma State. They almost got a backcourt violation there. Able to save it with Dick. Harris, open, takes the 3 at the wing. He hits it. Dwan Harris drills the 3. Big-time bucket. And that's the second made 3. He's the top scorer now for Kansas with 6 of the 10 points. So left open now twice. Perfect 2 for 2 from 3-point range. James, welcome in. Yeah, really shocking, man. Celtics down by 20 on the road at OKC at halftime right now. Pop Isaacs, top of the key, moves it out to his right, into the hands to Harmon. Harmon dribbles up to the elbow, pro hop into the key, tough shot, missed off the rim, tipped up, and the rebound pulled down defensively for Kansas. They got numbers, 4-on-1, back from the break. That's too easy. Jalen Wilson, an automatic 2. Nobody back in transition the last play for Texas Tech defensively. 13 minutes left to go in the first. Pringle, welcome back in. Thanks so much for joining in once again, man. Great game so far. Texas Tech was just up 15-7. Kansas goes in the 5-zip run now. Double teamed at the low right block. Bounce past the wing. Isaacs takes the 3. He drills it. Pop Isaacs, 3 for 4 from 3-point range for the 4-star freshman. Leading the way for Texas Tech. He's got half of the points. 9 of the 18 so far by Pop Isaacs. 12.5 left to go in the first. Kansas with a possession. Bobby Pettiford passes into the key. A Geofor puts it back to the wing. 3 on its way. Jalen Wilson makes it. Drills the 3 right back. It's a 3-point game. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. I cover basketball action here on the channel, play-by-play. College hoops, also NBA games as well. We got a great one so far with 12 minutes remaining in this first half as we got 50+ watching right now on the stream. Texas Tech with the ball. Down at the low block, O'Banner powers his way low post, puts it up and through. That's good. Working on Zubia Geofor down inside the low post, and O'Banner scores with a left-handed layup. Red Raiders up by 5. Daniel, welcome back in, man. Kansas with a possession. Off to Pettiford. Pettiford at the free throw circle. Oh, nice find. An absolute dime. Bounce pass off to the backdoor cutter. Juwan Harris. Wide open scores off the backdoor layup. What a great game so far. Both of these teams pushing the basketball, pushing the tempo so far in this game. Texas Tech has it at the low block. It's called an offensive foul. Kevin O'Banner runs right over a Kansas defender. That will be his first personal foul of the game by O'Banner. Turnover Texas Tech. We're going to take the second timeout of the game tonight as we reach the media timeout. 11:19 left to go in the first right now. Texas Tech once again still with a lead, up by 3. Harry, welcome in, man. Yeah, it's just so sad, man. It's crazy how things can just change in the blink of an eye. Just like, I think yesterday what it taught us is that life can change like in a matter of seconds. It's that scary. Send my prayers and thoughts out to Damar Hamlin. That was just so terrible to see that yesterday. We take a look right now on this timeout. Other scores throughout college basketball so far. Kansas State, 12-1 record. K-State up over number 6 ranked Texas currently, 23-17. It's crazy about the AP poll this week that there were teams that were well-deserved to be ranked inside the top 25 that just weren't there. In my opinion, LSU, I would have thought would have got there, but right now LSU is trailing against Kentucky 60-50. But Kansas State definitely should have been there for K-State. They won against West Virginia in 23-17, up over Texas right now. They're 12-1, so how are they not ranked? It's just unbelievable that they're not ranked right now. Alabama up over Ole Miss 19-12. Kentucky leading LSU 60-50. And Minnesota leading Wisconsin right now, 13-9 the score. So those are games going on right now. Virginia also up against Pitt, 15-9. Do I think Wake Forest will beat North Carolina tonight? I'm going to go UNC tomorrow in the bounce back there. Mario, welcome to the stream. Thanks so much for joining in, taking Texas Tech in this game. Yeah, make sure to vote in the poll if you guys haven't already done so. Who you got in this matchup, Kansas or Texas Tech? Let us know in the chat too. Type it in. Who you guys got in this one? Credit to Pop Isaacs, the freshman for Texas Tech. What a start he has had. He's the top scorer, 9 points for Pop Isaacs right now. 5 points by Kevin O'Banner, 4 by Jalen Tyson for the Red Raiders. Kansas top scorer, 8 points by Juwan Harris. He has been left open on all 3 of his made field goals. Perfect. 3 for 3 so far with an assist and a steal for Juwan Harris. 7 points by Jalen Wilson and 2 rebounds. Kevin McCullough, tough game so far in his reunion match going up against his former team. 2 personal fouls so far by Kevin McCullough. He's the only player to have multiple personal fouls today with 2 or greater. Joe, welcome in. Cameron, welcome back in as we join you guys back into this one, 20-17. 11:10 left to go in the first. Kansas with a possession back from the timeout. DeJuan Harris on the floor with Jalen Wilson. MJ Rice, number 11, first time in the game tonight. Also, Zubia Geofor is still out there on the floor as well. Here's a three taken at the left wing, and that is good by Jalen Wilson, the first one to double digits tonight. He's up to 10. Tie game as well with a made three by Jalen Wilson, already halfway to his season average, the top scorer in the Big 12, averaging just around 21 points per game. Attacking downhill, right to the rim, scores, right hand layup. That's good by Kevin O'Banner with a dribble drive penetration. O'Banner having a strong start. He's up to 7 points. And a great rebound and put back earlier in this first half that he was able to draw the foul and completed the three-point play at the free throw line. Kansas with the ball. Wilson keeps on firing, takes the three, hits bottom. That's good. Bullseye by Jalen Wilson. Man, talk about a star right now. Jalen Wilson playing at a first-team All-American level right now in the toughest conference of all college basketball. 13 points, not even midway through the first half by Jalen Wilson. Texas Tech gets the inbound off the deflected pass. Pop Isaacs thought about a three. He moves it out to his left into the hands to Jalen Tyson. Texas Tech's done a great job taking care of the basketball here in the early going. Baseline drive. And Kansas came up, altered a shot. We get a tie up here on the floor. Possession arrow will go Texas Tech. Yeah, so Georgetown went winless in the Big East last year. It's been going on for a while that Georgetown has been terrible. And it's all been with Patrick Ewing as the head coach. This year, they're still winless in the conference. And I don't think they're going to win a single conference game. And the conference this year, the Big East, is having a down season. Deep range three, 30-footer, missed off the mark off the front rim that time by Pop Isaacs, just jacking up Steph Curry-type threes in this game. And Kansas throws it away in the fast break. 9:41 left to go. Kansas with their fourth turnover to game. Texas Tech came off their last game with 23 turnovers. Tonight with only 2 as we're midway through the first half. 1 point lead for Kansas. Texas Tech with a possession. Lamar Washington bounce pass top of the key. O'Banner takes the three straight away. That's good. He reels it down. That's good for the triple by Kevin O'Banner. Man, a lot of threes dropping right now in this one. More so for Texas Tech. Kevin O'Banner on the board now with double digits. He's up to 10. Wilson takes the three at the wing. Skipped around the rim and out. Nice tip-in by Cam Martin, number 31. Tipped it back to the perimeter runner. Missed off the back by Wilson. Defensive rebound pulled down by Jalen Tyson of the Red Raiders. Texas Tech will go with an entry pass down low. O'Banner. Got it. They're going to count it or no? Could be basket interference. Yeah, they're going to... Are they going to count basket interference here? Let's see the call. I think they are. Yeah, they will. That's a tough call there by Kevin O'Banner. O'Banner going up for the slam dunk. Gets called on basket interference as he didn't dunk it cleanly. Looked like he should have been fouled from the backside if DeJuan Harris touched him, but according to the referees, they said no touch by DeJuan Harris, contacting him from the back, just clean defense. So it'll go right back to Kansas. 2-point lead by Texas Tech. Pettiford attacking. Huge rejection. Get that out of bounds. Kevin O'Banner comes out with a block right there as he denies number 0, Bobby Pettiford. Wow. What a start to this game so far. 6 games already played in the Big 12 Conference slate. 5 of those games decided by 7 points or fewer. Looks like we're going to have one of those tonight. Wide open 3 at the wing. McCullough takes it. He drills it for the former Red Raider, now a Jayhawk. Kevin McCullough back into the game after 2 quick personal fouls. Puts Kansas on top. 8:20 remaining in the first. Texas Tech drives, attacks, and O'Banner stripped of the basketball. Kansas pointing in their direction. Referees will say that Texas Tech will keep it, I believe, here. The clock will stop with 8:22. A really good game so far being played out in this one. 50+ watching right now. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Appreciate you guys for joining in, being a part here on the channel. Actually, referee's going to call it a turnover. So turnover by Texas Tech. Ball goes back to Kansas. Runner in the key. Cam Martin, number 31, is on the board now for Kansas with his first made bucket. Jayhawks take the 3-point lead, 8 minutes remaining before halftime, scoring aplenty so far in this game. Top of the free throw circle, KJ Allen, number 5 for Texas Tech, first time in today. The pass sails out of bounds, last deflected by Kansas, though. Yeah, I'll see if I can look that up at halftime there, Joe. No, that's not a good thing to do there, Vaughn. All right, so we take a timeout on the floor right now, 28-25, as we reach another media break in the game. 7:55 remaining before halftime. Jalen Wilson heating up. What a first half he has had for Kansas. 13 points by Jalen Wilson, 5 for 8 from the floor, 3 made threes in the first half. Both of these teams raining threes. Kansas now 6 for 11 from 3. Texas Tech 4 for 7 from 3-point range in tonight's game. Texas Tech top scorer Kevin O'Banner with 10, 9 points by Pop Isaacs. Hope everybody's having a happy new year out there. This is my first stream, by the way, to the new year, so. Illinois State against Indiana State. That game isn't until tomorrow for that game. I just saw Wednesday, January 4th. Yeah, this schedule, like, since we start off the new year now, it's thrown me off a day or so. I feel like I'm a day behind. Today is Tuesday, but it feels like today should be Monday because how we started off the new year, January 1st, being on Sunday. Chris, welcome in. Thanks so much for joining in, man. Quick update on other scores throughout college basketball. Currently, Kentucky up over LSU 60-53 with about 8 minutes left to play. Wow. Looking at the Kansas State score against Texas right now, K-State is legit. K-State, I don't know how in the world they weren't ranked this Monday, but K-State up by 15 in the first half, and that's a road game at Texas. 36-21, Kansas State leading Texas right now. Talk about a statement start right there for K-State. Virginia up over Pitt 20-12. Alabama leading Ole Miss 28-16. Creighton doing well as well, 39-22, leading Seton Hall. Malcolm, thanks so much for tuning in, man. Bruce Weber's not. Yeah, Bruce Weber stepped down in the offseason. They got Jerome Tang as the new head coach. Really doing a great job. Oh, he was the no wonder why. He was the assistant coach at Baylor, so he was under Scott Drew. For what he's done with a team that I think they got a bunch of players out of the transfer portal, but not like any like big recruits. I don't think for K-State, so really doing a great job for what he has right there. We get back to action. 3-point lead for Kansas coming back from the timeout. The Jayhawks have made 11 field goals. 9 of those have been assisted so far tonight. 7:30 left to go in the first. Dwan Harris, top of the key. Pass out to his right. Gets intercepted by Texas Tech. 2-on-1 in the fast break lob. Over the top. Couldn't finish for the alley-oop dunk, and they got it stripped. Great defense right back by Kansas to have it. Pettiford moves it out to the wing. Catching fire. 3. McCullough. Missed off the back rim. Defensive rebound pulled down by Lamar Washington for the Red Raiders. Dennis, welcome back in, man. What a great game we've got so far. Texas Tech with the ball. Davian Harmon. Moves it out to his right to Lamar Washington. Lobs it down low. Off the glass. It was floated up by Tyson, able to save it. His pass in the key, too careless with the ball. Goes in and out of the hands of Bacho, and it's a turnover by Texas Tech. Kansas has it right back. Wilson brings a double team. Moves it off to Cam Martin. Cross-court pass left wing over to Dwan Harris. Back out to the corner. 3 on its way. Missed off the back rim by Jalen Wilson. And a rebound back to Texas Tech. KC presents. Welcome in. Yeah, this has been quite a game so far today. Texas Tech right to the rim. Nobody there for Kansas's defense. Allows an open layup to Davion Harmon. 1-point game now. Yes, I hope to be doing March Madness in the NBA playoffs, as Kansas missed the jumper, approaching the 6-minute mark left to go in the first. Texas Tech comes out with the basketball. Inside the key, runner, that is good. Lamar Washington takes the lead for Texas Tech, and a timeout taken on the floor by Kansas. 29-28 the score. Texas Tech with a big response back on a 4-zip run coming back from the last timeout. Yeah, this is a massive game, more so for Texas Tech, because Texas Tech right now is just outside the top 25. They're not even receiving votes this week, actually. If they had beat TCU, they would have been a top 25 team most likely this week, but they blew a big lead wide open against TCU and lost on Saturday and not even receiving votes now. And for Texas Tech, I saw before the start of this game that they're number 2 in the nation in longest active home win streaks at 29 straight home wins for them. They really have brought the energy so far today in this game, and they haven't beat anybody good. That's the thing this season. Their best wins against major conference teams coming up against basically like some of the worst in the nation that they won against. They've only got 2 wins against major conference teams, and both of those teams are Georgetown and Louisville. Back from the timeout, 6 minutes left to go before halftime. Kansas on another scoring drought. Last 2 minutes, 20 seconds. Pettiford passes off to number 24, KJ Adams. Floated up the runner, missed around the rim and out. Red Raiders doing a great job defensively stopping KJ Adams in this game so far. 1 for 3 shooting from the floor. He was a perfect 6 for 6 on Saturday. Bounce pass top of the key. Robert Jennings, number 4, first time into the game for the freshman from DeSoto, Texas. Off to Jalen Tyson. Tyson top of the free throw circle. Moves it out to the wing. O'Banner takes the 3. Missed off the back rim. Tipped up. And the rebound collected by Grady Dick of Kansas. 5:20 left to go before halftime. Kansas with a possession. Pettiford moves it out to his right. Dick rises for the jumper. Deep 2. Connects on it at the baseline. So Kansas able to snap that 2.5+ minute scoreless streak for them. Texas Tech takes a 3 right back. They drill it from the outside. Number 20, Jalen Tyson. It's been that type of game today. Raining threes. Oklahoma State drilled a bunch of threes in the first half against Kansas on Saturday. 9 to be exact. 14 total in the game for them, for the Cowboys. But Kansas able to roar back, picked up the victory, and right to the rim. Grady Dick able to score the layup. 32-32 right now. 4.5 left to go before halftime. Texas Tech will slow it down this time. Both of these teams have been pushing the basketball quite a bit. More so Texas Tech in the first half of this game. They push it to the baseline. Jumper off the catch. Drills the 2. Robert Jennings, first bucket of the game for the Red Raiders. Approaching the 4-minute mark remaining before half. Pettiford up the floor. Moves it out to his left to McCullough. At the left corner, Grady Dick gets a touch. Into the hands now of KJ Adams. Puts it over to McCullough, the former Red Raider. 4 minutes left to go now. Adams into the key. Moves it over to Pettiford. Open 3. Catching fire. He hits it. Bobby Pettiford knocks down a triple. Kansas takes the lead back. It's been this type of game so far. Just back and forth so far. Pop Isaacs has it at the top of the key. He's taking some deep range threes from 30 feet out. This time O'Banner will try one. O'Banner missed off the back rim as Jalen Wilson comes out with a defensive rebound. Not many falls in this first half. Entry pass. Nobody behind the defense to defend KJ Adams. And Adams with an easy 2 behind the Red Raiders defense to put the Kansas lead up to 3. First time out of the game now burned by Mark Adams for the Red Raiders. 37-34. It's been a track meet here in the first half between these two teams, considering usually Texas Tech known for their defense, but Man, it's been a battle here to the scoring column so far in this first half. Wow, 70 plus right now watching. If you guys are new to the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. I cover basketball action here on the channel, play-by-play, college hoops, NBA games as well that I stream. Hit us up in the chat who you guys are rooting for in this game tonight. Let us know out in the chat here in the stream, Kansas or Texas Tech. And also feel free to vote in that poll who you guys are taking for this matchup tonight. Top scorers so far, Jalen Wilson leading the way for Kansas. He's got 13. Dwan Harris, perfect 3 for 3, 8 points, making 2 3-point shots and an open layup. He's got 1 rebound, 1 assist so far by Dwan Harris. They've got 12 assists as a team, but he's only assisted once. 4 assists off the bench by Bobby Pettiford today for Kansas. Texas Tech top scorer, 10 points by Kevin O'Banner, 9 points by Pop Isaacs, making 3 threes, 7 points by Jalen Tyson. Yep, Bill Self is one of the best in the business when it comes to coaching. We see it all the time. Just come from behind victories, like constant come from behind victories. This team is so good at adjusting for Kansas. Not many free throws tonight in this game. Kansas yet to even attempt one. Texas Tech perfect 3 for 3 at free throws today. It's been a 3-point battle. Both of these teams 50% even from 3. Kansas 7 for 14. Texas Tech 5 for 10. Kansas State looking legit right now. They should be ranked 49-33. K-State on the road up against number 6 ranked Texas. Virginia leading Pittsburgh currently 27-17. Alabama leading Ole Miss 35-20. Wisconsin up over Minnesota 30-26. This Kentucky LSU game is still going on. They were down by 10 a couple minutes ago. They have come back trailing by 3 at the moment. Kentucky up 64-61 against LSU with around 4:36 left to play. So that game started at 8 o'clock. That game is a little bit... That game is dragging quite a bit as in terms of start time or so. That game could very well still go on for much longer for Kentucky LSU. Creighton with a strong first half up at the half against Seton Hall 43-22. So we come back from the timeout. Texas Tech will get the inbound. 3:25 left to go. Red Raiders have the basketball left to right on their floor here at their home court, United Supermarkets Arena. Ball goes into the hands of number 23, Davian Harmon, the transfer from Oklahoma and Oregon. Now it goes over to Pop Isaacs. Passes off to the free throw circle, over to Bacho. Bacho inside the key, puts up the shot, missed off the glass. Offensive rebound by Demorian Williams, the Gardner-Webb transfer. Or that's number 5, KJ Adams, who got tied up with it. And this will be possession arrow Kansas. Great defense there by the Jayhawks to force the tie-up on KJ Allen. Grady Dick. And it was actually number 24, KJ Adams, the one who forced the tie-up. So this will be Kansas ball. Three minutes left to go before halftime. Jayhawks with the ball behind the defense once again. KJ Adams shuts the door, slams it home. That's the second straight possession that Kansas has used a low post entry pass to their advantage, just tearing up the Texas Tech defense. Nobody there with any interior defense once again for the Red Raiders. Pop Isaacs, crossover at the top of the key. Moves it out to his left to O'Banner. O'Banner bounce pass into the hands to KJ Allen. Backs his way into Wilson. Allen, tough pass, deflected, goes into the backcourt, sails out of bounds. 4 on the shot clock, though, for Texas Tech. So they're going to have to go the length of the floor with 4 seconds on the shot clock now and 2:23 in the game clock. Pop Isaac inbounds it. Off to Jalen Tyson. 3 goes at midcourt. That is well short. Half-court that's going to be a shot clock violation charged to Davian Harmon. So turnover by Texas Tech. 2:17 left to go in the first. Kansas gets the basketball back. It's been a close game all throughout the course of the night. Deflected pass out of bounds. Kansas will keep possession with 2:09 left to go. Kansas gets the inbound. DeJuan Harris has him. Harris bounce pass into the hands of Adams. Moves it over to the corner to Harris. Outside it goes to Dick. 2 minutes left to go. Entry pass. They'll go to Adams once again. That has been the go-to lately. Once again, uses his body inside the low post. Entry pass and scores behind the defense. Up and off the backboard once again. Largest lead of the game. Jayhawks up by 7. They're finding something right now with number 24. And blue and the white as of late. Texas Tech with no answers to stop the low post scoring of Kansas here with KJ Adams. The Red Raiders crumbling right now. They turned it over once again. 8th turnover the game. They were doing a great job early on, not turning over the basketball, but right now struggling. 1:35 left to go before halftime. Kansas with a possession. Adams at the left wing, moves it on top to Wilson. Wilson with 13, the top scorer. Wilson pass out to his left to Adams. Dick, cross-court pass, deflected out of bounds. It will be Texas Tech basketball. Great defense. Jalen Tyson deflects it. Went off the fingertips of Jalen Wilson at the corner. Last touch by Kansas. That's a momentum play right there that could help Texas Tech get in this game. Texas Tech needing a bucket right now as they've been on a scoring drought for the last couple minutes themselves. Pop Isaacs has it. 1:05 left to go before halftime. Isaacs defended 1-on-1 in the perimeter by Pettiford. Attacks the lane. Isaacs with the right hand. Finishes. Right hand up and in off the backboard with a layup. That's a big-time bucket there for Texas Tech. They draw within 5. Pop Isaacs double figures, scoring up to 11. Harris drives baseline. Deflected. Out of bounds. Last touch by the Red Raiders. 45.7 seconds left to go before half. Substitution now for Texas Tech. KJ Allen will come into the game now for the Red Raiders. Number 12, Daniel Bacho takes a seat on the bench. Kansas will get the inbound. Bounce pass over to number 24 at the elbow. KJ Adams takes the jumper. He hits it. Man, KJ Adams as of late, last 5 minutes in the first half, he has been automatic at the low post and then excels right there, taking a longer range shot for a deep 2 at the right elbow and connects. KJ Adams now double figures, scoring up to 10. Steal by Kansas. Nice handles behind his back. That is Bobby Pettiford right past midcourt. Shot clock turned off. 15 seconds left to go before halftime. Kansas looking to extend it entering halftime as they've got the full momentum thanks to KJ Adams. Pettiford off the roll down. Adams behind the defense. Big rejection by O'Banner. Here goes Texas Tech. 2 seconds. Passing in the open. They couldn't get a shot off at the horn, and we go into halftime. 43-36. Jayhawks with a 7-point lead. You can thank KJ Adams for all of that. What a surge he had last 5 minutes of the first half for KJ Adams, up to 10 points. Number 2 score tonight for the Jayhawks. After a tough start, shooting just 1 for 3 from the floor in the early going, KJ Adams bouncing back in a big way and goes 4 for 5 ever since in the game with 10 points currently by KJ Adams. in that first half. 13 points by Jalen Wilson, the top scorer in the game so far. 11 by Pop Isaacs of Texas Tech. 10 points by Kevin O'Banner as we go into halftime. And this is a really good sign for Kansas here, going up against a historically great Texas Tech team on their home floor. 29 straight wins. Kansas with a chance to end it tonight, and things are looking good in Kansas's favor right now because, number one, they're up by 7. Number two, they're a tremendous second-half team and do a great job adjusting. So this is looking really good right now for Kansas as we go into half. All right, so we're going to go on halftime right here. I'll be back in a minute or so I'm going to put up the break slide. I will be back in around like a minute or two, so I'll put up the break slide, and then we'll be back here in just a moment. All right, so welcome back in. Currently at halftime here. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Glad to have you guys on board. Mario, welcome in. Thanks so much for joining in, man. Hope all is going well there, brother. Adam, welcome to the stream. Taking Kansas tonight in this one. Hit us up in the chat, by the way. Who you guys are taking tonight in this game? Currently at half, Kansas or Texas Tech, and a great matchup between these two teams. Texas Tech yet to find a signature victory this season. Only got 2 major conference wins against Georgetown and Louisville, but things were looking great starting off the game. They led 15-7 in the early going, and Kansas came on back thanks to Jalen Wilson with a big midway portion surge, and then KJ Adams, last 5 minutes of the first half, really found his rhythm. Nothing there for the Texas Tech interior defense to stop the interior lobs right underneath the rim to KJ Adams. It was just too easy. Layups constantly off entry passes inside the key to KJ Adams, and they found their go-to here in the first half because of KJ Adams for Kansas, able to take the lead up by 7 to halftime for the Jayhawks currently. Lil No, welcome to the stream from Lawrence. Thanks so much for joining in. We're going to release that poll right now, so looks like Kansas took the poll tonight, 67-33 over Texas Tech. Thanks so much all for voting. Quick update on college basketball games going on. Kentucky's still going on against LSU currently, 70-66. Kentucky leads in the final minute left to go. Virginia up over Pitt, 30-21. Oh, this one in the Big 12. Kansas State putting up 58 points in the first half against Texas. That scores at halftime currently. 58-40. Kansas State leading Texas. How in the world is Kansas State not ranked by now? It's just crazy that they're not ranked, that team, by now. They're 12-1. They're one of 4 teams in the Big 12 that's got a record of 12-1 currently. 44-23 Alabama right now looking great, rolling over Ole Miss. Wisconsin leading Minnesota 32-26. Creighton looking great as well, 48-26. Blue Jays up over Seton Hall right now. We actually don't have snow right now, so I'm in Massachusetts. It's kind of odd because by the new year we usually have snow each year, but we don't have any snow right now. We've had like a bunch of 50-degree weather. I don't even know up in New Hampshire if they got snow, because they usually have like 2 or 3 feet of snow in some places in New Hampshire, but we've got like 50-degree weather this week for us in a lot of days have just been like damp and drizzle and rainy. Wow. Thunder destroying the Celtics tonight, 122-91. Start of the fourth quarter. Bucks leading the Wizards 104-95. Kings up over the Jazz 44-39. So that's the NBA scores throughout the night. Yeah, there's been a couple of games that Texas has been inconsistent with this year. Texas, I think they played a close game against Rice that they just squeaked past Rice. Yeah, that was the only loss that Texas had. They were one of the 4 teams in the conference that had a record of 12-1. So they beat Oklahoma by 1 on the road, and now they're really struggling with Kansas State. Yeah, that's crazy. K-State putting up 58 in the first half. Pacers didn't play tonight. There's only 3 games in the NBA tonight. Pacers right now in 6th in the NBA. They play against Philadelphia. Believe that game's tomorrow. They take on Philly because Philly's in 5th. Yeah, it's a big game. 5th, so Philly's in 5th at 22-14. Pacers at 6th in the East at 21-17. I'm gonna take Duke there on for tomorrow's game against NC State. NC State, though, they're another team needing a win. That's another team like on the bubble. There's a bunch of teams like needing wins. Rutgers, one of them against Purdue yesterday. It's been a crazy season. That was a home game for Purdue. Like, Purdue had been so dominant on their home floor, and they lose against Rutgers, who historically has been terrible on road games. So now Purdue's in danger of going 0-3 this week. They got a game on Thursday. It's on the road at Ohio State, which, if you gave me this week's schedule and I had to pick a game of what game Purdue would most likely lose, I would have told you that one. That one out of the 3. I would have said the easiest one for Purdue to win would be the game that they're hosting Rutgers, because Purdue has always been so good in their home floor, and they lost a home game by 1 to Rutgers. Now they're in trouble. So they got an Ohio State team that's got a really good front court. That's front court centric for Ohio State. It's a road game in Columbus on Thursday. And then on Sunday, Purdue is on the road at Penn State. So by the end of the week, Purdue might go 0-3. Penn State's another team that's on the bubble right now because the bubble is just so massive. And Penn State, I believe, has got more upperclassmen on their roster. They're a team to watch that could be like back end of the bubble playing game type of team by March or so. Yeah, thanks so much for joining in, Mario. I hear you there, man. Yeah, I was coming off a cold this week, and after I streamed those 2 games on Saturday, I wasn't really feeling that well on Saturday night. Sunday wasn't feeling that good. Monday, yesterday, I got a little bit better, but still wasn't feeling that good. I've been better today, though, for me. Yeah, good question. Oh, did they play each other? Oh, they didn't. Yeah, I'll take Xavier right there for them. Xavier right now is on a roll. A lot of their players are back from last season. That was a team that just wasn't able to put all the pieces together, and everything's coming right now, just full circle for Xavier. Everything just came together. I think by the end of the year, I think Xavier could be a dangerous team this season because they're with a new head coach. Could take a little bit longer to get the pieces together. They lost their first game going up against a major conference opponent only by 2 against Indiana, which is led by their star player Trace Jackson Davis, and then they just been on a roll lately. They've been rolling. Wow, Penn State hit 21 threes against Illinois. Wow. Unlisted means that people can't see the video unless you send them the link to see the video. So if you do a live stream that's unlisted, nobody will be able to see it if you don't put the link out. Or if you do a video that's unlisted, you can't see it unless you put the link out. If you don't put the link out, then nobody can see it. Right now, we're just at halftime. Thanks so much all for your patience being a part here on the stream tonight. If you guys are new in the channel, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Tomorrow night, I'll be back with the NBA action covering the Bucks against the Raptors tomorrow night around 7:30 p.m. I haven't covered the Raptors this season. They're good to be able to cover a different type of team here for tomorrow night. I cover play-by-play of college basketball games, also NBA games here on the channel. Once Texas Tech started to turn over to basketball, then things were just not going their way at the end of that first half. They struggled a lot with the turnovers on their game against TCU, which cost them the game on Saturday. 8 turnovers here in the first half. They were looking great. I think the first 8 minutes the first 8-9 minutes they only turned it over twice tonight. And then they had 6 turnovers in the final 11 minutes. Wow, we got an update right now. LSU versus Kentucky. 72-71. Kentucky up by 1 with 3 seconds left to go. I'm actually going to turn on that game and see the ending of it to let you guys know what's going on. That is crazy. Wow, 3.4 seconds left to go. They put back 1/10 of a second on the clock. Kentucky leading LSU. And it looks like this will be free throws at the line for Kentucky in the bonus with Jacob Toppin. Kentucky leads 72-71 with 3.4 seconds left. Currently at halftime between Kansas and Texas Tech right now. And Jacob Toppin makes the first free throw in the bonus, so Kentucky goes up by 2. This is a big matchup for these two teams because both of them are just outside the top 25. Receiving votes for LSU and Kentucky. I thought LSU should have been in the top 25. LSU's only got 1 loss in the season, and it was by 2 against K-State. K-State right now looking good, putting up 58 in the first half on the road at Texas. LSU burns a timeout with 3.4 seconds remaining. They will need a 3 to put that game into overtime against Kentucky. And they got perimeter shooters to do so. KJ Williams shooting just under 49% from three-point range this season for LSU, the top scorer for the SEC. We're going to start off the second half here. Basketball action. Half number 2 about to begin. Texas Tech right to left in the floor. Kansas left to right as the Red Raiders get the basketball back and welcome back in to the second half. And Texas Tech, a bad start to start off half number 2 as they end up turning over the basketball. KJ Adams scored 8 points in the last 4 minutes of the first half. Nobody could stop him for the Red Raiders defense inside the low post. Jalen Wilson gets a touch at the corner, dribbles up to the baseline. Low block moves it off to Adams. Back on top into the hands to DeJuan Harris. Moves it out to his right to Dick around the perimeter. 19.5 left to go. Wilson off to Dick. Oh, nice ball fake there. Floats up the shot. Missed off the rim. Tip in. Gets it back though. Tips it in. That's good for 2 by Grady Dick. Great job to tip in his own miss. Largest lead of the game now for Kansas, up by 9 with 19:10 remaining in the second. Texas Tech with the ball, top of the key, number 12, Daniel Baccio. Puts it into the hands of Davian Harmon. Harmon at the left wing perimeter. Looking to pass it, moves it on top over to Pop Isaacs. Isaacs drives right on Dick with the right hand. Scoop score, up and in off the backboard. Pop Isaacs with a layup. Pop Isaacs off the dribble drive, blow by speed right there. Puts it back to a 7-point game. He's got 13 for the Red Raiders. He's tied for the top scorer tonight with Jalen Wilson. He's got 13 for Kansas. Wilson passes out to his right to Harris around the perimeter. 15 on the shot clock. Over to Wilson once again at the left wing. Wilson crossover to the free throw circle. Shovels it over to Harris. Takes the 3. Bang, bang. He hits it. DeJuan Harris, perfect from three-point range. Perfect 3 for 3 from the outside. It's a 10-point lead, largest one of the night for Kansas. 18-20 remaining in the second. Texas Tech in trouble right now as they've struggled with their perimeter defense. Kansas shooting the ball at around 50% from three-point range. Currently runner around the rim and out, missed by Jalen Tyson. Offensive rebound with a putback, though, is Texas Tech able to save themselves with Baccio, who scores in the putback. 8-point game, 2 minutes through the second half. Kansas with the ball. Harris at the elbow. Passes off to KJ Adams. His pass to the corner, nobody there. That's a turnover by Kansas. He was looking for Grady Dick to make a cut, going backdoor around the baseline, but Dick wasn't able to make that cut in time, so that's where it went out of bounds. $17:45 remaining second half. Texas Tech with the ball. Pop Isaacs, top of the key, moves it out to his right to number 5, KJ Allen. Bounce pass over to O'Banner. Lob down low. Allen has position behind the defense. Scores off the entry pass, up and in off the backboard. 6-point game right now. Under 17.5 left to go. Great job by Texas Tech to get themselves back in it. They were down by 10 a couple minutes ago. Harris at the left corner perimeter. Skip pass over to the wing. Dick, step back 3 in the air. Oh, he hits it. Grady Dick dials up the 3. Kansas extends the lead up by 9. He's been tremendous from the perimeter this season for Grady Dick. Around 48%, makes his first 3 of the game. 14 straight games with a 3-made field goal this season for Grady Dick. Under 17 minutes left to go in the second. Texas Tech down by 9 with a possession. Jalen Tyson dribbles, drives on Adams at the low block. Pivot, should have went in for the layup. Instead, he passes the ball to the wrong player. It's a turnover right into the hands of Dick. There's a three taken. Harris in transition, takes it, he drills it. Largest lead of the game for Kansas. That's a costly turnover. It should be a 7-point game instead. It's a 5-point swing. It's a 12-point lead for Kansas. 10th made three of the game by the Jayhawks. Here's a steal. Grady Dick comes out with a steal. 2-on-1. Poke loose. The basketball is in the ground, and it comes back up to Texas Tech. They are lucky. Texas Tech are lucky that they were able to break up the fast break opportunity. Isaacs takes a three. He drills it. Ain't over just yet. Pop Isaacs drills in a long-range three. 9-point game all over again. I'm a Celtics fan, if you guys didn't know. Yeah, so I'm from Massachusetts. My college team that I root for is actually Providence. But I'm a big Celtics fan. Patriots, Red Sox, Bruins. Those are my sports teams. I'm like an hour south from Boston, 20 minutes east of Providence. Jalen Wilson dribbles, drives, attacks the rim, high arcing layup motion. Missed off the glass, too strong. Defensive rebound pulled down by Texas Tech. What a game so far. Red Raiders looking to cut it. Deep range three straight away. Isaacs, that is well short. And the rebound collected by Kansas. Jayhawks will take it up slow up the floor. Deflected pass out of bounds down the near side as Dick was looking to set it off to McCullough. And we have a TV timeout taken on the floor. 15-17 left to go in the second half. 9-point lead for the Jayhawks right now on the road against Texas Tech as we take the timeout. What a game currently between these two teams. I'm going to get an update of that Kentucky against LSU game, and I believe it's gone final. And it has. Kentucky, 3-point winners over LSU at Rupp Arena tonight. Kentucky wins 74-71 against LSU. So a big win for Big Blue. Oscar Shewing, 19.16 rebounds for Kentucky. Woof. Boston College beat Notre Dame tonight. So Notre Dame, they had basically their whole roster back from last year's NCAA tournament team. Majority of their players are back as 50-year seniors. They're 0-4 in the ACC. Boston College lost to Maine in the non-conference slate, 70-63. And Boston College goes out and beats Notre Dame tonight, 70-63. Zooey, welcome to the stream. Yeah, Kansas looking really good so far. Yeah, sorry to hear that, Veronica. You guys might have a bright future, though, if you're able to land Wemby in the draft for next year. Everything just might change just like that. Yeah, I looked at who these teams have played. Kansas has played one of the toughest schedules in the nation to date. Texas Tech had only won against two teams that were major conference teams that are like the worst. And as major conference teams, their best two major conference victories are Georgetown and Louisville for them. I think for Texas Tech, their home court advantage was the reason why this game on the line was closer than what was, because they came in with the number 2 longest active home win streak in the nation for Texas Tech. But yeah, this Kansas team is just so good at adjusting. Once Kansas got up in the second half, like, it's going to be tough for Texas Tech to come back, considering that Texas Tech turns it over a lot with their team. They're hanging in, but Kansas is just making threes tonight. They're just unstoppable. And if you have DeJuan Harris going for 14, things are not looking good for Texas Tech's defense. Landon, welcome in. Good win for you guys tonight. Yeah, great win for you guys to get back on track. LSU has got one heck of a team. Yeah, a lot of the games have been home court advantage. I think probably because all the Big 12 games, I think all of them to today, I think either all or the majority, it was the home team that won. That's what I saw. I think out of the 6 conference games for the Big 12 entering today, all the 6 games that have been played, 5 of the 6 games ended up being the home team that won those games. 15 minutes left to go. Kansas turns it over as we come back from the timeout. Texas Tech with a possession. Pop Isaacs on the floor with Kevin O'Banner, Jalen Tyson, Davian Harmon, and Daniel Bacho. And O'Banner will draw the foul. So we haven't seen many free throws in this game at all today, as there's hard contact in the court. KJ Adams went down hard. There'll be free throws coming up. KJ Adams called with a blocking foul. It'll be 2 shots coming up at the free throw line by Kevin O'Banner for Texas Tech. Yeah, really good win. I don't think too many people expected LSU to have this good of a season. LSU, K-State, those 2 teams have been really surprising. Kansas State's really putting it on to Texas right now. Quick update in the K-State-Texas game, 73-55. That's with 15 minutes remaining in the second half. Kansas State has the chance to hit 100 tonight against Texas. That is a road game, by the way, for K-State in Austin. Texas is ranked number 6 in the nation. What a statement to get into the top 25 for K-State. O'Banner makes them both. 7-point game, 14:40 left to go. Kansas takes it past midcourt. Jumper at the baseline. Missed off the mark by McCullough, and a defensive rebound hauled in through traffic by Bacho for the Red Raiders. Texas Tech with it at the top. Bacho moves it out to his right around the perimeter. And Texas Tech turned it over. Davian Harmon slipped. Ball gets stolen away, and Kansas going inside with a hard foul. DeJuan Harris will shoot 2 at the free throw line. Got fouled from behind in transition by Pop Isaacs. O'Banner came from Oral Roberts. Yeah, so the other Cinderella that he came from. It was, I think, Casey Nadefo, who came from that St. Peter's team last year. I think he's at Seton Hall. And Doug Eder actually went to Bryant. I'm from Massachusetts. I'm about 35 minutes away from Bryant. Second free throw is good by Harris. He split the free throws to the line, 8-point lead. Yeah, that game after, they almost lost against Rice for Texas. 14 minutes left to play. Texas Tech behind the defense. Backdoor lob, wide open. Daniel Bacho at the rim scores. They're hanging in there right now. 6-point game with under 14 minutes left. Kansas with the ball. Jalen Wilson at the right wing perimeter. Moves to the top of the free throw circle over to KJ Adams. Makes the pass to his left. Deflected at the corner. Grady Dick able to pick it up at a wing, though. Moves it out to the corner. Harris off the Dick. 12 on the shot clock. Passing off to a cutter. McCullough shovels the pass inside. Poor decision. Too many white uniforms in there. That's a steal by Texas Tech. Red Raiders will slow it down. Lamar Washington sends it over to Jalen Tyson. Tyson at the top of the key. Passes back out to his left to Washington. Washington moves it on top. Over to O'Banner. O'Banner attacks the rim. Called into offensive foul. Grady Dick at the low block takes the charge. The basketball will head right back over to Kansas. He's got to be careful now for Kevin O'Banner. He just picked up his second personal foul. Hasn't been too many fouls in this game tonight. Danny, welcome to the stream. Adam, welcome on board. Wow, yeah, Celtics are not looking so hot lately. Woof, and gave up 150 to the Thunder. Yeah, 150-117. Final score. Yikes. Pettiford attacking downhill. Gets the layup. $13 minutes left to go. Three at the corner. It's good. O'Banner hits it. $12.5 left to play. 10-3 run by Texas Tech last 4 minutes. Kansas with the ball, attacking inside, low block, puts it up, no good, looking for the follow. And McCullough couldn't shut it down, missed the putback dunk as we get a tie up on the floor. And possession arrow is going to be Kansas basketball. (57-52), 12:18 left to go. Yeah, they've yet to get a signature win this year, so this will be massive for Texas Tech. Kansas gets the inbound. Juwan Harris, top of the key, moves it out to his left to Pettiford. Back over to Harris. 12 on the shot clock. Harris over to McCullough. Missed the mark, though. Pass goes behind him. That's a turnover. Wow. So Texas Tech going to get it back now. 12th turnover game by Kansas. Texas Tech with 14 as we approach the 12-minute mark left to play. (10-3 run by Texas Tech last 4.5 minutes. Red Raiders with a possession. Jalen Tyson spin move into the key. Bounce pass. Down low post O'Banner had it stripped and it will go out of bounds. Last touch by Kansas. The clock will stop right now. 11:47 left to play. 57-52 as we take the timeout. Yeah, so right now we go into timeout. Aaron, welcome to the stream. Thanks so much for joining in, man. If you guys are new in the channel, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. As we go into timeout currently. Holy smokes, Giannis tonight with 55 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists. The Bucks able to win over the Wizards 123-113. If you haven't already done so, hit us up in the chat. Who do you guys got in tonight's game here? Kansas or Texas Tech? As we got, as of late, a close one. Texas Tech able to make a run on a 10-3 run in the last 5 minutes or so. Top scores today. Juwan Harris, perfect 5 for 5, 4 for 4 from 3-point range. He's done a great job decision making in this game. When he's been left wide open, he's been taking those shots and making them. 15 points, 2 assists, 2 steals for Juwan Harris, the top scorer. That is really good because usually he's more the facilitator of the offense. 13 points by Jalen Wilson all in the first half. 10 points by KJ Adams as he got on a roll last 5 minutes or so before halftime. 16 by Pop Isaacs and then 15 by Kevin O'Banner. It's been basically a duo carrying Texas Tech tonight. Yeah, potentially. This is going to be a really close game, I feel like, down to the wire. Yeah, Donovan Mitchell yesterday, incredible night, dropping down 71. We've got some blowouts tonight. We've got some close games as well. Let's see. Kansas State beating Texas by a lot. 75-58. With just under 14 minutes left to play there. So K-State going to be cracking the top 25, I'd hope, by Monday by the rate they're going. 12-1 record, and they didn't make it into the top 25 this week. That was unbelievable. Alabama leading Ole Miss. 57-34. Virginia in a close game against Pitt. Pitt right now, a bubble team looking to improve their resume for them. That's a big game. That game is at Pitt right now in a low-scoring affair. 44-42 Virginia. Wisconsin leading Minnesota 54-47. That's a game Wisconsin should take care of. Minnesota at the very bottom of the Big Ten this season. Creighton demolishing Seton Hall. I don't know what happened to Seton Hall lately, but man, they're playing a lot of non-competitive games as of late for Seton Hall. 74-46, Creighton leads. I mean, it's tough for other teams when you're in the Big East to go out to Omaha to play Creighton in the middle of America, but man, putting together a game like that, just not even competitive. That's just tough. We get back to action. The 5-point game. Texas Tech gets the basketball back. Pop Isaacs rises for the jumper. Takes the deep two. Too strong off the glass. No good. And a defensive rebound pulled down by Grady Dick. Kansas looking to push it. Wilson attacking the paint. Nice extra pass. Rejection, though, as KJ Adams was blocked. The ball goes back to Dick. Dick at the corner. Passes off to Adams. On top finds Harris. Harris at the elbow. Swings it out to the corner. Catch and fire three. Grady Dick missed off the mark. Oh, great hustle right there. Grady Dick follows it up with his own rebound. Up and under. He puts it up and through at the low block and scores. That's good for 2. Incredible right there by Grady Dick, up to 11 points and 7 rebounds. He knew he was going to miss the 3 once it left his hand, so Grady Dick runs all the way from the left corner to the low right block and comes up with his own offensive rebound, tracking it down, passing other Texas Tech players in the process. Deep range 3, missed off the back rim by Isaacs, and it's going to be charged in O'Banner. That's his 3rd on the rebound foul. Kevin O'Banner now in deep foul trouble for the top scorer this season for Texas Tech. 3rd personal foul he has just picked up. He's got 15 points in this game today. Pop Isaacs, the top scorer for Texas Tech, with 16. Grady Dick with 11 points tonight, able to get the follow-up on the last bucket. KJ Adams receives the pass to the free throw circle, moves it out to Pettiford at the right wing. Bounce pass to the top, Harris, who's been perfect today shooting. Off to Wilson, brings along a double team. Wilson dribbles back out to the perimeter for Kansas. 10:25 left to go, 8 on the shot clock. Wilson drives baseline, dump off Pettiford, goes backdoor, he scores. Up and in off the backboard with a reverse handle layup. That was a nice move right there by Bobby Pettiford. 7 points now for Pettiford. Approaching the 10-minute mark left to go. Kansas with a great adjustment during the last timeouts. And they are finding their rhythm once again as we reach the midway part of the second half. Texas Tech with the ball. Bounce pass over to O'Banner. O'Banner at the right elbow. Moves it back out to the perimeter. Deep 3. Fall away. Tough shot. That is good. Number 20, Jalen Tyson. Hand in the face, fading away towards his right at the right wing perimeter. Drills the 3. That's a big-time J right there for Texas Tech. They're 50% from 3, 8 for 16. Kansas even better, 10 for 18 at 55.6% from the perimeter. Here's a 3. Wilson left in the open. Missed off the front rim. Offensive rebound controlled by Adams. Moves it over to Wilson. Wilson dribbles, drives, floats up the shot. Oh, he banks it. Jalen Wilson, an absolute bucket this season, banks the runner and a key for 2. Scoring been a plenty of this game. Wilson up to 15 now for Kansas. We approach the 9-minute mark remaining in the second. Texas Tech with the basketball, passing off to a cutter, and we'll draw the foul. Jalen Wilson picks up the blocking foul. This is going to be Kevin O'Banner heading to the free throw line to shoot 2 for the Red Raiders. Clock stops with 9:01 left to go. What a game played by these two teams tonight. Big-time shots all over the map. They've been perfect tonight. The free throw line for Texas Tech, looking to keep it up. O'Banner will shoot 2. First one right down the middle. 6 for 6 as a team at free throws. Last game, they could have used those. They went 9 for 18, lost, and a come from behind victory against TCU. TCU able to pull out the win against Texas Tech. Texas Tech led most of that game on Saturday. O'Banner up to 16. He's got 3 personal fouls. Perfect 4 for 4 at the free throw line. We'll shoot his second one. Second free throw is good. 9 minutes left to go. 6-point game. If you're new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. I cover basketball action here on the channel, play-by-play, college hoops, also NBA games. Feel free to join in. Tomorrow, I'll be covering Raptors against Bucks at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. 8:45 left to go here. Kevin McCullough driving baseline, and he'll draw the reach-in foul picked up by Daniel Baccio. Game clock will stop. 8:45 remaining on the clock. Lob over the top. Kansas gets the inbound with a two-handed jam off the alley-oop lob to KJ Adams. Bobby Pettiford with the inbound pass. Texas Tech not looking right there. Paying attention off the inbound. KJ Adams coming up quick, cutting straight line to the hoop. Throws it down off the inbound lob. Missed layup by the Red Raiders, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Texas Tech. KJ Adams bringing the energy tonight in this game, number 24 in blue and white for Kansas. Hey, best of luck there to Patafilms on this one. Got his parlay on Kansas tonight. And a combined score of 141. 19 assists by the Jayhawks and just 8 by Texas Tech in this game. The floor general, Dwan Harris, brings up the court. Moves over to Wilson at the top. Passes out to his left to Pettiford. Has been tremendous tonight. Assisting, driving, at the baseline. Harris been more of a scorer today in this game. Moves it over to Wilson. Takes the jumper. Hand in the face. Deep two at the baseline. Missed off the mark. They tip it over for the offensive rebound. Attacking inside the key. Pettiford missed the layup. Tipped off the glass. We got a whistle down inside the low post though. The clock will stop with 7:52. There's contact off the double drive attack there by Texas Tech defense, and we're going to take a timeout on the floor. Clock will stop now. 7:54 left to go. What a game between these two teams as Kansas leads. Hey, thanks, man. Really appreciate it. Wow, thanks so much for the update there, Cameron. Let's see. I'm going to check that Kansas State Texas game. Wow. K-State has gone cold. 10-13 left to play. Kansas State leading by just 9 right now against Texas. That was a 20-plus point lead that Texas has drawn to win in 9 right now. The score is 79-70. Kansas State leading. Texas getting on a monster run. Last play was a foul picked up on a rebound charged to Kevin McCullough. That was on the last possession because both Kansas and Texas Tech were battling for the board. And it was McCullough who picked up the rebound foul. So it's going to be Texas Tech basketball once we get back from timeout. 8-point game currently in this one. We got 80+ right now on the stream. If you guys are new or first-timer here, make sure to hit that thumbs up. Spike that like, hit that subscribe. I cover commentary, play-by-play, live streams of both college basketball, also NBA games here on the channel. So thanks so much all for joining in. Let us know out in the chat who you guys are rooting for in this game, Kansas or Texas Tech, or if you guys put a wager on it, let us know who you guys took in this one today. Pittsburgh, by the way, leading over Virginia. As Pitt just took the lead, 48-47, under 10 minutes left to go there. Virginia ranked at number 11 this week. Alabama looking good, up over Ole Miss, 63-39. Wisconsin having trouble. That's against Minnesota. I know both of those teams are rivals, but Minnesota's been pretty bad this year. 57-53. Wisconsin only leading by 4 right now against Minnesota. That's a home game for Wisconsin, who's ranked at number 14. It's been a lot of blowouts too today. Creighton leading Seton Hall 81-58. Tennessee destroyed Mississippi State earlier today, 87-53. Marquette in a shootout, winning at St. John's 96-85. Poor St. John's, once again another great start for them that they fall apart in Big East play. Michigan State rolled over Nebraska 74-56. That's expected. Pierre, welcome in. That's awesome. It's incredible able to see your team win the championship and actually at the game. That's awesome, man. Okay, so we come back from the timeout right now. 7:52 left to go. And an 8-point lead by Kansas. Texas Tech will get the inbound right to left on the floor for the Red Raiders as they have the basketball coming back from the timeout. Lamar Washington takes up the floor. He's on the court with Daniel Baccio, Jalen Tyson, Kevin O'Banner, and Pop Isaacs. Bounce pass top of the key, O'Banner. Puts the ball into the hands to Isaacs. Isaacs defending the outside by KJ Adams, who had a stellar end of the first half. Driving baseline, step back jumper deep two, goes over the rim, missed the shot by Lamar Washington, and the defensive rebound pulled in by Bobby Pettiford. Pettiford on the floor with Kevin McCullough, Jalen Wilson, KJ Adams, and DeJuan Harris. Pettiford 7.6 assists. No, it's not my full-time job. I just do it usually at nights. Usually at nights or so. For me. Oh, nice pass swung into a cutter, dunking it home. It's Kevin McCullough going up against his forward team who throws it down with a two-handed jam. Yeah, I actually work full-time in radio, in production. That's what my full-time job is. I've been in radio for over 5 years. I graduated college back in 2017. Big difference maker in this game. Assists 20-8 right now in this game. Corner three missed off the mark by Texas Tech. They're in panic mode right now, missing their shots, and Kansas will slow down the possession. DeJuan Harris with the ball, moves it out to his left to Pettiford. Pettiford dribbles into the key, moves it out to the corner to DeJuan Harris. Bounce pass, Adams, blocked. Great defense by Texas Tech. They will get it back. Toivo, welcome in. Happy New Year out to you as well, man. Straight line drive right to the rim. Texas Tech missed the layup. The putback is good, though, by Baccio. That's a huge bucket. Plus the foul. Tacked on late, too. So Daniel Baccio will shoot one shot coming up at the free throw line with 6 minutes left to play. Yep, I added... Free throw was missed at the line by Baccio. 5:50 left to go. 8-point lead for Kansas right now with a defensive rebound. Top of the key, Bobby Pettiford dribbles up to the elbow, moves it on top over to Wilson. Jalen Wilson passes out to his right to McCullough. McCullough slides it out to the top over to Wilson. Wilson at the top of the key. He takes the three straight away. Missed off the back rim, tipped by KJ Adams. Back over to McCullough for the offensive rebound. KJ Adams doing a great job tonight. Driving baseline, bounce pass underneath over to McCullough. Swings it out to the corner. Wilson takes the three, missed off the rim. And the defensive rebound finally hauled down by Texas Tech. Approaching the 5-minute mark left to go. Texas Tech has to be urgent to get back into this game. They won 29 straight games on their home floor, number 2 in the nation behind Gonzaga, and longest active home win streaks. They will need to get on a run here in order to get themselves back, as we have a blocking foul called on the floor. Jalen Wilson picks up the blocking foul, and this will send free throws coming up to the line for Texas Tech. 2 shots coming up at the free throw line for the Red Raiders. Game clock stops with 4:58 left to play. K-State up by 10 over Texas, 87-77. First free throw is good. This is Kevin O'Banner shooting 2. Yep, massive game tomorrow for Providence. Yeah, I've been writing like little game previews over in the Twitter. Over on my Twitter about like what I feel is like the top matchup for like each daily top matchup. And I put that one down. Might be a little bit biased since I'm a Providence fan, but that's a massive matchup since it's a rivalry game. A lot to choose from for tomorrow. Baylor against TCU is going to be a really good game tomorrow because Baylor's coming in really needing a win, coming off that loss against Iowa State. 4:40 left to go. But that's a top 5 team going to Providence, who is just outside the top 25. Huge matchup tomorrow between UConn and PC. As we have a foul on the floor, clock will stop with 4:31. I think it's going to be on Kansas here, just on the reach-in. That'll be on Kansas. That'll be team foul number 6 reaching in. Texas Tech with 4 personal fouls in the second half. Yeah, Providence has gotten red hot lately. That should be a great game tomorrow. Seven-point game, 4.5 minutes remaining. Texas Tech gets the inbound. They almost lost it. Gets it back, though. Pop Isaacs drives, floats up a wild shot, missed off the rim. They save it, though, with O'Banner. Red Raiders have the possession back. 3 straight away. That is well off the mark, and that's out of bounds. Turnover by the Red Raiders. So Kerwin Walton had barely gotten any minutes in this game, and he shoots an air ball for his first minute tonight. That's a tough start there. That's not how you get playing time. Kerwin Walton will now head to the bench. So Kerwin Walton, 1 minute in the game, 1 air ball, turns it over for Texas Tech. That is not a good look right there. Kerwin Walton, 2 years ago, he was like the 6th man for North Carolina. Shot the ball like 47% from 3 2 seasons ago at UNC, and just hasn't been able to do anything. Fell to the bottom of the depth chart last year at UNC, and this year hasn't done much on Texas Tech. Buried on the bench. Corner 3 by Kansas. That might be the dagger. Guess who? DeJuan Harris, perfect tonight from 3-point range. Perfect. 5 for 5. It's a 10-point lead for the Jayhawks with 3:40 left to play. 3-point shot straight away. Texas Tech buries the 3 to put themselves winning 7. O'Banner drills it. Big-time triple by O'Banner. He's up to 21 now. Top scorer in the game, DeJuan Harris with 18. He's a perfect 6 for 6 on the floor for the floor general, doing it with his offense tonight for Kansas. As we'll take a timeout in the court right now. 3:38 left to play. Kansas holding on to a 7-point lead on the road, looking to make sure that Texas Tech doesn't get to 30 straight on their home floor. What a game. Texas Tech hanging in there right now, but Kansas just making big shot after big shot. Wow. Yeah, I saw that. Thunder demolished the Celtics tonight. Celtics not looking so hot lately. Welcoming Arku out here. Yeah, that's not good if didn't have SGA in today's game, and they got wrecked pretty hard. Yeah, that's ridiculous that they're thinking about doing a 90-team tournament. 68's enough. Like, once you get to, like, 96 teams in the tournament, you'll have, it's just upsets all over the place. Like, you'll probably have, like, double-digit seeds playing in the championship if they do, like, a 96-team tournament by this rate. Joel Holder, welcome to the stream. Yeah, Kansas has done a really good job tonight. They came out, they struggled at first. They were down 15-7, but after that, they've just controlled this entire game. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. I'll be back on tomorrow live at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, covering the Raptors against Bucks NBA tomorrow night. I'll be covering. Thanks so much all for joining in. We have 3:38 left to go, but what a matchup between these two teams. Texas Tech trying to make a comeback. Kansas, though, keeps on shutting the door, making massive shot after massive shot. This game's gone by pretty quick tonight. Not many fouls. Kansas State leading Texas 89-78 with 7:30 left to play. Virginia with a 2-point lead against Pitt right now, 55-53. Wisconsin only up by 7 against Minnesota, 61-54, with Alabama crushing Ole Miss 68-45. Patriots will be the 7th seed, so they'd be the last seed in the AFC. Yeah, it'd be too many teams if they put it to 96, in my opinion. Like, 68's enough. It'd be much more upsets, but then you'd see, like, 13 and 14 seeds with a chance to make it to the national championship by the rate that they'd going. C-Bubs, welcome in. Vladimir, thanks so much for joining in. Happy New Year out to you guys. Dwan Harris, by the way, career high tonight, 18 points. More known as a facilitator for this team, but Kansas racking up the assist numbers tonight. 21 total assists on 29 made field goals. And Dwan Harris with just 3 assists tonight. Big reason why. Off the bench, Bobby Pettiford, 6 assists. And then everybody else racking in assists as a team, playing total team basketball together, collective as a unit. Harris with 3 assists, Grady Dick with 3. Dick's also got 3 steals tonight. Harris has got 2 steals. 3 assists as well by Jalen Wilson. Kevin McCullough with 2. We come back from the timeout. Kansas by 7. Kansas leads. Wilson at the right baseline. Inside the key. Puts it up. Oh, he gets blocked. It's not a clean block, though. It's going to be a blocking foul charge to Texas Tech. Jalen Tyson called in the blocking foul, and this will send Kansas to the free throw line shooting 2 with Jalen Wilson. I can't show the actual game due to copyrights, play-by-play only. So we're going to take another timeout on the floor. Before the timeout, or after the timeout, we'll have 2 free throws coming up at the line for Jalen Wilson of Kansas. Ashton, welcome in, man. 100 plus watching right now. If you guys enjoy the stream, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe on the channel. I cover play-by-play basketball here on the stream, play-by-play of NBA, also college hoops here as well. Yep. Santa's going to stay here for quite a bit of time. I believe Kansas was a 1-point favorite. Over-under at 141, I believe. So I think that's the final line for it. Kansas, a 1-point favorite, over-under at 141 for the matchup. Hit us up in the chat. Who you guys got in this one tonight, Kansas or Texas Tech? We have 3:17 left to go. Yeah, Dwan Harris been the factor offensively from today's game. He's got a career high 18 points. Perfect from the floor, 6 for 6 shooting, 5 for 5 from 3. Harris has been selective but tremendous with his shots. When he's been left wide open, he's taken all his shots and he's drilled every single one of his shots that he's been left wide open. Wide open 5 times from 3-point range. Target practice, basically with Dwan Harris in this game. 3 assists, 2 steals. And he also made a backdoor layup cutting baseline, nobody on him. Bobby Pettiford, 6 assists coming off the bench. Jalen Wilson with 13 currently tonight. Glenn, thanks so much for joining in. Alex, Damian, welcome to the stream. Steve, welcome on board. I don't know about that. Honestly, I think Maryland could take that game. I think Purdue peaked too soon. Honestly, Purdue might go 0-3 this week. I don't see them winning Thursday on the road at Ohio State. And honestly, they might not even win Sunday against Penn State for Purdue. Purdue might be one of the most overrated teams in all college basketball. They might go 0-3 this week, especially if they can't get any other sort of offense generated besides Zach Edey. Last year, they peaked too soon as well. So it looks like it's the same case all over again for Purdue, that they peaked too soon, that they played their best games well behind them back in November. Mark, welcome on the channel once again, man. Yeah, crazy. Thunder crushed my Celtics tonight. Unbelievable. $70-63 now. What's about Michigan? They played Michigan on Sunday, but I didn't check the score of that one. Michigan's been all over the map this year. They've had some terrible losses. We get back to action. Jalen Wilson, 2 free throws to the line with 3:17 left to play. First one is good. That game is at Maryland, though. They host Rutgers. And the second free throw missed off the rim short by Wilson. Or it went in. Yeah, they had a bad camera angle on that one, so it actually went in. They moved away the camera. Looked like it came up short. There's a 3. Texas Tech up the floor. O'Banner drills it. He's kept his team right in the game. Kevin O'Banner, 24 points. 71-66, 2:55 left to go. Inside the key, Wilson had it stripped, gets it back though. Wilson up by 5, moves it out to the corner. Dick drives baseline. Oh, nice pass, finds Harris out to the corner. 3 on his way, missed off the front rim by McCullough, and the rebound pulled down by Texas Tech. It's 71-66. Yeah, my mistake on the scoreboard here. 71-66. Scoreboard updates. 2:20 left to go. Texas Tech with it, almost got stolen away. Near side of the floor, deflected to the midcourt area by McCullough as it goes out of bounds. So 71-66 here is the scoreboard updated. Purdue lost to Rutgers yesterday by 1. Inbound to Texas Tech, 2:15 left to go. Attacking down the lane. Off the front rim, miss, but drawing the foul. Pop Isaacs will head to the free throw line, shoot 2. Texas Tech, 2 shots coming up at the free throw line. They're now in a bonus. 2:13 left to go. Pop Isaacs, 4-star freshman, having an incredible game today with 16 points. Looking to tack on more. He does. Rattles in the first free throw. Texas Tech looking for a comeback, looking for 30 straight home victories if they can come from behind, pull this one off. Down by 4 right now. Trying to make a furious comeback. They trailed this May by 12. Second free throw, it's good. It's only a 1-possession game. 2:13 left to go. Kansas gets the inbound. Jayhawks with 3 timeouts. Texas Tech with 2. And Kansas will burn one right here. 2:07 left to go. Kansas takes the timeout. 29 straight home victories on the line for Texas Tech, making a furious comeback right now. 2:07 remaining as the Red Raiders crowd getting into it. We take the timeout here. Wow, what a game. Both of these teams drilling threes. 11 for 23 tonight by Kansas from the outside. Texas Tech 50%, 10 for 20. If you guys are new in the channel, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. I cover basketball action here, college streams, also NBA games in the channel. Appreciate all for joining in. Hit us up in the chat who you guys are rooting for in tonight's game here. Kansas or Texas Tech. What a game between these two teams. Unbelievable. Entering today, the Big 12 had 6 games in the conference entering today. 5 of those games determined by 7 points or fewer. That's how close these Big 12 games are. All 10 teams in the Big 12 inside the top 45 in the net. That's how good this conference is. By far, the best conference in all college basketball. Close competitive games all throughout the season. Bound to happen in the Big 12. Kansas State leads Texas 96-88 with 4:20 left to play. K-State's going to make 100 by the rate it looks like right now. 2 minutes left to play. Kansas with the ball attacking downhill. Harris missed his first shot of the game. Off the glass, too strong in the layup attempt, and the rebound for Texas Tech. 3-point game. Chance to tie with a 3. Chance to go down by 1 with a 2. They go right to the rim and score. That's good. Up and in off the backboard for the Red Raiders, and they draw win and 1 with a made layup. Straight line drive straight to the rim by Pop Isaacs. What a night he has had for the freshman. 1:30 left to go. Kansas with the basketball. 10-1 run by Texas Tech. Kevin O'Banner with 24. Pop Isaacs now with 18. Harris moves it on top. McCullough dribbles up to the mid-block. Takes the jumper. It rattles in. Kevin McCullough knocks down the 2. That is good. Kansas by 3. 1:15 left to go. Another game with Kansas and a thriller right now. able to come from behind, down by 15 against Oklahoma State on Saturday. They've been controlling most of this game tonight. Texas Tech inside the low post with a right hand. That's good, up and through for two. Kevin O'Banner putting his team right on his back as he makes the layup in the low post. Final minute, 55 seconds left to play. Kansas with the basketball up by 1. 50 seconds now, and they burn a timeout. 50.5 seconds left to play. Timeout taken on the floor by Kansas. 1 timeout remaining for the Jayhawks, 2 by Texas Tech. What a game between these two teams. Another night in the Big 12. And this is only January. A long way from March. Kevin O'Banner, power move off the pivot, working on Jalen Wilson, and scores with a right hand in the last bucket by Texas Tech. 26 points, 8 for 13 from the floor. The transfer from Oral Roberts, Kevin O'Banner having a massive game. 50.5 seconds left to go. 18 points by DeJuan Harris, 6 for 7 shooting. Perfect 5 for 5 from three-point range, a career high for Harris. 14 each by Jalen Wilson and KJ Adams. 11 by Grady Dick. Texas Tech top scorers, Kevin O'Banner, 26. 18 by Pop Isaacs, a freshman making 4 threes. 10 points by Jalen Tyson. If you guys are new in the stream, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. This one getting intense here. Make sure to hit us up in the chat who you guys are rooting for out there, Kansas or Texas Tech. Make sure to put in that chat. 50 seconds left to go. Inbound goes to Kansas. Harris moves it out to his left to McCullough. Back into the hands to Harris. 45 seconds. Off to McCullough. Moves it out over to Harris. 10 seconds in the shot clock. Bodies get tangled up in the key. No call by the referees. Over to Harris. Makes the pass. Corner 3 on his way. Grady Dick missed off the rim. Texas Tech with a defensive rebound. 30 seconds left to go. They got 2 timeouts if they want to do so. 1 second differential between shot clock and game clock. And Texas Tech will burn one. The last time they led this game was 34-32 with just over 4 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the first half for Texas Tech. Texas Tech with a chance to win with 1 last possession. 25 seconds left to go. 24 seconds in the shot clock. 1 second differential between shot clock and game clock to see if they can put it to 30 straight on their home floor for the number 2 longest active home winning streak in the nation. 29 straight home wins at United Supermarkets Arena for the Texas Tech Red Raiders. Now in jeopardy coming down to the final possession. 1 timeout remaining for Texas Tech, 1 timeout for Kansas. What a game between these two teams. Texas Tech, by the way, in the bonus. Kansas with 7 personal fouls, 5 personal fouls by Texas Tech. Make sure to spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and just another night in the Big 12 tonight with a battle right to the wire. Another night in the Big 12, another game coming down to 1 possession. Texas Tech looking for by far their best victory of the season to see if they can move themselves near the rankings, up into the bracket as well. Hit us up in the chat who you guys got in this one, Kansas or Texas Tech. 25.1 seconds left to go. Texas Tech will get the inbound with a 1 second differential between shot clock and game clock. Shot clock with 24 seconds, game clock with 25. It will be Texas Tech basketball. Watch out for number 0, Kevin O'Banner. In this instance, he is the top scorer with 26 points. They break the timeout huddle. Far side of the floor, Texas Tech will get the inbound. 12-3 run last 3.5 minutes for Texas Tech. Texas Tech will get the inbound. It will be Pop Isaacs, the inbound passer. Isaacs inbounds into the backcourt to Lamar Washington. 22 seconds left to go. Texas Tech with the basketball. Washington dribbles, backs his way inside, swings it down on top to Bacho. Moves it out to his left around the perimeter over to Tyson. To the hands of Pop Isaacs, dribbles, drives, down the lane inside, lost control of the basketball. It's a steal. Kansas comes up with a steal. Oh, and they dunk it. KJ Adams throwing it down off the steal, dunks it home with a 2-handed jam. And there's a Texas Tech player, that is Pop Isaacs, who is seriously hurt right now, down in the hardwood with 5 seconds left to play. Sports media with a dono. Appreciate it, man, for the dono. Let's get that dono hype out on the stream. Pop Isaacs dribble drive penetration into a quadruple team into the key, and he turned it over. More so of a triple team on that replay right there. More so of a triple team. The outlet pass ahead of the pack to KJ Adams. Drew down the dunk. Kansas by 3 with 5 seconds left to go. Unreal game between these two teams. The turnovers just been the story of this season for Texas Tech. Last week, 23 turnovers. Tonight, they just committed their 15th. The worst possible moment of this game tonight. Daniel Bacho is being checked out, too. So, Daniel Bacho right now is being checked out by the medical staff as well. Bacho set a hard screen. Oh, him and Wilson got tangled up. And then Pop Isaacs drove into 3 defenders, lost the handle inside the key. Oh, Pop Isaacs went down hard. Good to see. He is back up. Bacho is the one being looked at right now by the medical staff on the last play. That's just a tough way to end the game. You have so much more time on the clock. Just get something with a ton more space out there. The Isaacs just drove into multiple defenders and lost the basketball. Yeah, it was Bacho from the backside out in transition. Adams dunked it home, and Bacho went down hard. Bacho right now checked out by the medical staff. He's going to take a seat on the bench. He fell down really hard in his backside. They put back 2 extra seconds. 7 seconds left to go. Texas Tech's only committed 5 fouls, so they have to... Oh, Texas Tech will get the inbound. That's right, because Kansas had just scored. Texas Tech gets the basketball. They force up the 3. It goes short, and that's the game. Kansas pulls out the victory, 75-72, the final score. Texas Tech, with their 29 straight home win streak, has been snapped, and what a big win for Kansas here on the road as they pull out the 3-point victory. What a game between these two teams. Another night in the Big 12 going right down to the wire. Thanks so much all for joining in tonight, being a part here in the stream. Number 3 in the nation, Kansas, surviving. Big time scare against Texas Tech as this game has just gone final. Man, what a game between these two teams today. An absolute battle right down to the wire. Kansas, top scorers in this game tonight. 18 points by DeJuan Harris. That was a career high. Making 5 3-point shots, 6 for 7 from the floor. 16 points by KJ Adams. Unstoppable in the low post. 14 by Jalen Wilson. 11 points by Grady Dick with 8 rebounds, the top rebounder. 6 assists by Bobby Pettiford off the bench with 7 total points. 26 by Kevin O'Banner for Texas Tech as he carried the Red Raiders in this game, but just not enough on their home floor for Texas Tech. Pop Isaacs finished with 18 and 10 by Jalen Tyson. Thanks so much, all, for joining in, being a part here on the stream. Tomorrow night, I plan on being back with the NBA tomorrow night. It will be Bucks against Raptors, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. Feel free to join in if you guys would like. Before I wrap up this stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe, and appreciate all for joining in. What a battle between these two teams tonight, going down here right to the wire. Before I do sign off, of course, send my thoughts and prayers out to Damar Hamlin, as wishing him a speedy recovery, and hopefully he'll be able to keep on making progress. Really send my thoughts and prayers out to Damar Hamlin. Hopefully he keeps on making progress. Thanks so much all for joining in. Really appreciate all for being a part here in the stream tonight. Going to close out to the channel members before we wrap up. All channel members get a shout out at the end of each and every single one of my live streams here. We got Jason, Rajeep, Russell, Oreo Pudding, Braden, Mario, Bino, Mark, John, Jess, Ahino, Joseph, Vegas, SG Sports Talk, Michael, Warren, I Am Ghost, Kelly, Asia, Roderick, Reynaldo, Didi, Katie, Siegel, Lupig, Ian Oink Oink, and Emmanuel. What a game. Right down to the wire, Kansas pulls out the win 75-72 over Texas Tech. Thanks so much all for joining in, and enjoy the rest of your Tuesday night.